Hello crafters! Today we're going to make some glittery pencil earrings on Sophia the Hobbit Crafter. As for supplies, we're going to need these pencil bezels that I made with a laser cutter, some silicone cup, some silicone tools, jewelry tools and hardware, and then I have these glitters I'm going to use to fill in the pencil, some UV resin, a heat gun, some tape, and let's get started. My friend does professional nails, so I have some cute nails this time. Her info is down below. So I'm just going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to draw on top of the wood because I want these to be black. But you can do any color you'd like. Now I'm going to take some UV resin tape and put it down on my table. I like to use Jenga blocks to kind of hold it down, but you use whatever you got. You could even use pencils, because we're making pencil earrings, or popsicle sticks. All right, once I get these earrings on, I'm going to give them a good push. I have a friend called Calico Unicorn. She taught me the trick where you turn them over and kind of push them down again and then turn them back over. Her info is listed at the top corner. Now I'm going to take my cups and add all my little glitters. I went with the traditional pencil, yellow for the middle, pink for the eraser, and kind of a mica powdery champagne for the pencil-y color. I get this question a lot. How do I know how much resin to use? I make circles for every kind of percentage. So like the eraser is going to be maybe 2%, so I do 2 circles. The tips are also 2. Now I'm going to mix my UV resin with my glitter. I wanted these earrings to be see-through, so I did not add a lot of glitter. I wanted just like a little bit of glitter to give the color. Then I'm going to pour the UV resin and the glitter into each space. I really love these earrings because you can't get much easier than just pouring the resin into the little space. Honestly, I could have left this area wood. I was thinking about that after I made these. I'm like, you know, I could have made this just the regular wood and not had to fill this in with mica powder and resin. But I actually kind of like how they turned out, so I'm okay with this. All right, this is what it looks like so far. I left the space in the middle so the colors wouldn't run. Next, I'm going to use my heat gun and UV light to cure it. Now we're going to add our yellow glitter and resin. First, I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to pour it right in the middle. I am not super worried about bubbles because honestly the glitter will hide it anyway. So I use the heat gun just to get the big ones, but for the most part, bubbles aren't my biggest fear. And I'm going to cure it, and then here we go. Here's our almost complete earrings, the little cute pencils. And I like the little glitter. I like how they're see-through. These look super cute. It's okay if some of the Sharpie stays on the tape. It's fine. If you notice it's missing, I'll use Sharpie again, but this was fine. It's also probably still wet when I stick them on there. All right, this is what we've got to work with. So now I'm going to cover the top and the bottom with a clear coat of resin just because I want to add strength to them. You could just leave it like this because honestly they're cute and they're lightweight, but I like to give a little more protection, so I add another coat of UV resin to the top and the bottom. But warning, it does make them a little bit heavier. So I made these for my friend. She's a teacher and she actually works with me because I'm a teacher too. And I noticed she had a clip that was a pencil, and it was so cute. It was a giant clip in her hair, and it was shaped like a pencil. And I thought it was so cute. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make some earrings to go with that. And so I did. I made them for her, and I brought them to her, and she was so happy. And some other teacher friends asked me for some. So I've made a few of these now. I think it would be super cool to try out different colors or even put maybe some grade levels on here for maybe my kids' teachers. I currently have a 4th grader, a 3rd grader, and a 1st grader. Also, it would be cool to do them in the teacher's favorite color. All right, so now I'm going to add my hardware. I usually use 2 jump rings, a big one-ish, and then a small one, which is the one I'm closing right here. And I add my hoop onto that. And I do it again on the other side. And this is usually my favorite technique. There's lots of other jewelry tutorials that'll help you with the hardware. I just kind of do my own thing. But here's our final look. I think they look adorable. I'm obsessed with iridescent flakes, so you'll see them in all of my earrings. Plus, I'm digging the pink because I'm seeing some iridescent in the pink and the yellow glitter. Could have added a little bit to the the pencil-y part, the wooden part, but I'm okay with how this looks. And here we go, our final look on the card. I love how white makes the glitter pop, and you can tell it's pink and yellow. They definitely look like pencils. You don't have to add the top layer of resin if you just want a lighter pair. My friend actually wore these and I talked to her about them, and she said that they were super light and that she barely noticed she was wearing them. So I was like, okay, good. I personally like really light earrings, so that's a win for the wood. The only bad thing is more bubbles, but here we go. We're looking at them. They're see-through, they're cute, and I love how the light hits them and they shine. And we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below.